It's with great honor that I introduce the author of this historic piece of legislation, Senator Mark Leno. Take it all in. Thank you, Colin.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. As a small business owner for the past 36 years and a former member of the board of directors of the San Francisco Chamber of Commerce, it has been my honor to author SB 3 with my colleague, Senator Connie Leva, for the past couple of years, as well as its predecessor, SB 935 from 2014. When an idea's time has come, there is no stopping it. And the fight for 15's time has come. You know, we all talk a good game about respecting work, but if there's no reward, there's really no respect. And there is absolutely no reward for working a full-time job and living in poverty with any hope of ever getting out of it. SB 3 will lift 2.2 million California workers who are currently earning minimum wage, over 60% of whom are our sisters, our aunts, our mothers, our grandmothers, our girlfriends, our wives. Governor Brown, I sincerely appreciate and thank your very accurate and articulate framing of this as an issue of economic justice. Without the tireless effort, courage, conviction, and determination of so many workers who took to the streets, risking their own jobs and their own livelihoods, we would not be here today. You are the heroes we are celebrating. Let me thank all of those who have toiled in anonymity. Congratulations, this is a major victory. Late in the summer of 2013, the legislature passed a bill, AB 10, which raised our minimum wage from $8, then to $9 to $10 an hour by January of 2016. But months later, the President of the United States was talking about how income inequality was the defining challenge of our time. $10 an hour still is a sub-poverty wage. I realized our work was not done. So in January of 14, I introduced SB 935 to raise the $10 an hour minimum wage to $13 by 2017. And that's not an arbitrary number. We chose $13 an hour so that we could finally get a family of three to the federal poverty line by 2017. And we got it through the Senate, stalled in the Assembly, came back again the following year with SB 5, that was last January, SB 3, excuse me, and again, same proposal, $13 an hour by 2017. And we got it through the Senate, stalled in the Assembly, it became a 2-year bill. So it's been sitting in the Assembly Appropriations Committee. Meanwhile, the fight for 15 continued. Signatures were gathered for a measure that would be on this November's ballot. And the governor realized that if we, the legislature, and he did not do our work someone else was going to do it for us, and any need to fine-tune it, to give an exemption or an extra year for small businesses, to have a pause, all of that would be taken away from us. Everything would have to go back to the ballot. And he can speak for himself, but I know he's concerned that that could have had very serious implications for all of the hard work that he and we have done in bringing our budget back into balance. So I think everyone recognizes that the fight for 15 got us here and got the governor's attention and my colleagues' attention, but we've done something that's very thoughtful, makes sense, can be adjusted as time unfolds. Keep in mind, trying to make budget projections 7 years out is all art, barely any science. So what we see today is not what we'll be seeing then. But we have now put into law our intention of getting to $15 an hour by 2022, 2023 for small businesses. We hear a lot about regional minimum wages. I think we actually have that in California. We set a floor. Sub-poverty wages will no longer be legal. If any city or county wants to go higher than that, they will, and historically they have. So when we get all the way to 2022, 23, I wouldn't be surprised that San Francisco, maybe Los Angeles and other places will be higher than 15. Local elected should have their own local control, and different economies around the state are different. But again, for those who would argue, what about some of the challenges in the Central Valley or other parts of the state where unemployment is higher than the state average? We are sensitive. I am sensitive. I'm a small business owner. I get those challenges, but I also believe that by the time we're doing it in very incremental steps, a small business won't see any increase for almost 2 years, and then it will be 50 cents. Then there will be another 50-cent step. So it's going to take until 2023 for a business my size to get to $15 an hour. If we need to make adjustments along the way, we will. But the floor should be, as the governor so beautifully said, you work a full day, we should reward you and respect you and your family, and you should not be living in poverty. Everything's incremental. Everything is incremental. And so when we hear about the fight for 15 and actually see cities and counties do it, that's a good step for us. Now, we've taken the step. How long will it take for the federal government to wake up and do its job? Because $7.25 an hour is an embarrassment.